So this is good practice for if we ever want to try to do this inside in the dark. There's a dress rehearsal. So we've got guards with these little screws put in for handles for easy handling. You can see, and these are hives that have been set up for research. We've got pretty hard data on their mite levels throughout the summer. And so we're the ones that are tagged with the little pink ribbon there are just a little bit high. We want some mites in these hives, but not enough that's going to kill them. So we're giving these one more treatment. This will be a third oxalic round on these hives. And even though it's cold enough for frost on the hives, some are still wanting to fly. See the odd bee buzzing around. And these are just sitting outside my shed. I need these hives close at hand because they're actually going to go on top of the stacks so we can get at them during the winter. These screen bottom boards make it a little bit trickier to close the hive up. Doing this, we're not even in closed space, but with these hives tight together like this, and the building obstructing the movement of air, I already feel something of the risk that would be associated with, working with vaporized oxalic inside. I kind of thought that at cold temperatures that stuff would crystallize so quickly that it would precipitate out and not be an issue, but I just don't think that's true. What do you need, Sari? That pallet must be just a little bit different. It doesn't want to take just a little bit wide there. Anyway, you get the hang of this. Doing these stacks. We might get the bazooka back out because this is pretty slow going. But even with 3 of these machines, when they're stacked up, it's a little less convenient than working with the hives all spread out. I think it'll be better once we get away from the screen bottom boards at a add a complicating factor. So now we're doing some hives that don't have any screens in them, and it's going pretty smooth. The ones with the red tape over the label are the survivors from the yard that had the wreck, and they actually look okay. So I'm not quite sure what all went on there, but we got some lab results back on those hives, and they certainly exhibit well over 50% resistance, or reduction in efficacy, I should be precise, on those hives for amatraz. And so that's a bit of a clue as to what went on there. I've got different generations of pallets, so not all of them fit the exact same guard with equal precision, so it's a bit of a chore. We might make some adjustments to try to get that tuned up a bit more. Okay, well, we burned through all the batteries, so we're back to the old school. It looks like it's going to be awkward using this machine at the higher levels. We'll see how that goes. When all the hives are in one place like this, you sure get a sense of how much of your beekeeping time is spent traveling rather than just working bees. We probably lose an hour and a half, 2 hours a day to the road. Okay, now we're going to try the next level up. This thing continues to smoke, but that sort of gray blue smoke has way less oxalic in it than the really white stuff when you first drop the pellets in. Probably should be careful we don't put our electrical and air hose too close to the vent on that thing. I don't think it's as close as it looks. this will hold it for that level. While Sarah's doing that, I think I'll try to go improvise something for the third. Hockey stick. That would be the Canadian, official Canadian approach. Well, by the time I got back with the hockey stick, it looks like Sari's figured this out all on his own here. That'll show the Russians. Shoulder-fired weapon. Is that comfortable? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, you're a little slower because you can't do two things at once. Okay, well, you get the idea. We'll be at this all day, I think, because there's lots of hives to do.